I saw you guys got a bus.
We did.
That's what we've been working on for like 2 weeks straight.
Yep, almost 2 weeks
Almost 2 weeks
now.
straight, yeah.
So how long have you had the van?
The van we
Oof.
got back in
Yeah.
2019. That one has been all over the country from since our second tour that
Yep.
we ever did. Took us to Canada and all over the place.
Yeah.
So
So
we
that
decided it's time to retire her about
yeah,
200 and
60 some thousand miles and
yeah. So we're like,
yeah.
she's tired. She can take a rest.
So she's my daily driver now.
That's good. And
Yeah.
the bus, where did you find it at?
10 minutes from our house, right next to our favorite pizza place.
Yep.
So,
Is right there and yeah, the bus has 73,000 miles, but it's a diesel. And so it's got really low miles. And yeah, so it was a good investment. So I've been staying at Crystal's parents' house this whole time, and they've been awesome in helping building the thing.
yeah, they're the
They,
ones putting all the work
yeah, they're
in.
putting all the work in. I ain't doing
We're
anything.
we're we're always joking that Frank's not doing anything because he's doing all of like the little wires behind the scenes, so nothing that he's doing in the bus is visible.
Yeah.
But my parents are helping build like the bunks and the countertops, like all the cabinetry and stuff, and so all of that you can see, and everything that
Yeah,
he's working
I'm
on are just like
useless.
outlets in the walls.
So
Useless.
so you're actually doing a little remodel on the inside.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Or we have even in our van we had like a microwave, an AC unit, all this kind of stuff.
coffee maker,
Coffee maker, yeah.
bunk beds.
But yeah, in the bus you've got the same thing, but now we have a refrigerator. We'll have an induction cooktop, so we'll be able to cook in there. We still got our microwave. We got a rooftop AC now. Pretty much is like an RV without water
That's
at
pretty
this point.
badass. I mean, honestly, like, what more could you want? You know?
Yeah.
Right.
No, honestly, it's gonna work out great. We roughed it in the van for so long, and so we know how to get by in the worst kind of situation. So now this is luxury, man. This might as well be $1 million tour bus.
Yeah. I mean, after our 2023 schedule of 217 days living in a van, like all four people crowded into a van, we're like, I think we deserve a bus. At this
Yeah,
point, we get just a little more room to stretch our legs.
yeah,
It's
we
gonna
can
be
actually
nice.
stand up, and we'll be able to sleep six in the thing, and yeah, it's pretty much got everything we need, so it'll be perfect.
So, because of that, I'm sure you'll spend a little less on hotels and, you know.
We actually never got hotels.
Really?
If we were out for like an extended period of like a month-long tour, then maybe a band member's aunt or parent would buy us a hotel
Yeah.
room for like, let's say we have 3 off days in a row, then they'll be like, all right, why don't you get a hotel room? You've been out for 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
they'd hook us up with a hotel room every once in a while, but usually we were just like, nah, we're good. We'll plug into like an outlet somewhere in an RV park and we'll just hang
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and we have Planet Fitness memberships, so we'll work out and we shower at Planet Fitnesses, so we kind of had everything covered.
Yeah.
So we really didn't need a hotel.
It's pretty awesome that you have a support system. You know, like not
Oh,
not everyone
We're
gets to
very
have that.
lucky.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we're very fortunate. That is for sure.
So tell me how you guys got started, how you formed, and if you had done any projects before the band.
Yep, well, the band started in 2016. I'm the only original member. I'm also the founder. But prior to that, I was playing a band called Mixed Company, which I also founded that one years ago, and it was just time to move on to a different project kind of thing. Yeah, and at the time, I was an alcoholic. I drank a lot, and I was kind of trying to refine myself, refine my soul. So I had to kind of restart, So that's where the Almas comes from. The Almas means soul in Spanish. So as I was trying to refine myself, figured start a new band.
Yeah, and it just so
Okay.
happens my mother managed that band.
Yeah.
So that's how we knew each other. Oh, actually, I introduced him and my mom, but because I wanted to go out to a show after meeting him. I used to be on a local Kenosha kind of like horror TV show kind of thing, like Svengoolie, Mystery Science Theater, Elvira style kind of vibe. And we were bringing on some local punk and rock bands. And so Mixed Company was one of the bands that we interviewed on the show. So we became friends, me and the whole band, and they had a show in town. So I was like, hey, Mom, I'm too young to go to this without you. Can you come? And without saying anything to me or anyone else, she just randomly offers, hey, you guys want to practice in my garage? And like, if you're losing your space, you can like come over. And I had to pull her aside. I was like, let's talk to Dad first. I don't know how that's gonna go, but yeah, it's a cool story of how like we met, and Josh was just a hookah bar
Yeah, him and I
meetup.
him and I frequented the same hookah bar, so that's how I met him. And yeah, so that's kind of how the band started.
All positive vibes.
Yes, sir.
And then recently you had a drummer change.
Yes,
Yep.
our former drummer has moved on to do some of his own thing, kind of, I guess, refined himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly.
Yep.
And so now we've got a new guy coming in. We actually met on tour a couple years back, and we've stayed in touch. We've been friends, so he was more than happy to help us out in this.
Yeah, Vinny Parma.
Yeah.
Isn't it Parma?
Parma. I believe that's how you
like
pronounce
Parmesan.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, Vinny. So he's gonna be playing for us, and yeah, who knows what's gonna happen? But good vibes. Like
all
you
good
said.
vibes.
All good vibes. All around.
And then tell me about the first album. It came out in 2021.
That was the second album.
Okay.
That one was fun though. That second album,
Yeah,
we went back to our roots with that.
Yeah, basically the first album, long story short, Crystal joined the band, and we wound up writing the album in like, what's it?
It was like 3 months.
3 months, real
and then
quick.
It was out within 5 months or something like that.
But yeah, it got pulled off of Spotify and stuff, so that's why you don't see it anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, so I guess the next album was True Cells, which is the more known one, I suppose. And that one, we kind of wrote it during COVID, so we actually wound up going back to the garage, not at Crystal's mom's place, but my own garage. And we wound up writing that whole album there just because our practice space that we were renting, they wouldn't allow us there because of COVID.
Right.
So we kind of, wrote in the garage, and yeah, the whole album is kind of based on the fact that, at the time, everyone was trying to navigate all the truth or whatever you want to call it, and everyone was, at the end of the day, you just wanted truth. You didn't care who was saying it. You just wanted some truth, man.
Yeah.
And so Truth Cells was the concept behind it. So
I don't know. Hopefully we never go through anything like that again, but
yeah, hopefully not.
God willing.
Everything's crazy.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I know, man.
So you put out a new song recently, and you've kind of been putting out singles. So
Yep.
What are we looking forward to with new music?
Well, Lifeline obviously was our last release. We still have one more song to go, called Life Jacket. We're looking at releasing
Probably in the fall.
Yeah, probably in the fall or early fall. It's kind of after we get back from the UK. So that's when we're looking at releasing that. But actually, right after the UK tour, we go right into the studio to write new music.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we're going back in and writing some new tunes. Whether it's going to be an album or another EP, who knows? But we're going to continue playing the singles game. Seems to work. So.
All right. So do you have any good road stories?
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Well, we've got a lot of stories. Good stories we got
I
to siphon
remember
through.
us going, we need to talk about this one in an interview, and now I don't remember what it was.
That's how it always works.
Ah, crap.
Man.
It's I just somebody brought me a cake once. So that was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, it was his birthday, and so one of our
Yeah,
friends
that
from
was kinda
Kansas
neat.
brought him a birthday cake.
Oh. There was another time too. We were in Nebraska somewhere, Omaha, I think. I don't know where Duffy's is.
Lincoln.
Lincoln. Yeah, we were in Lincoln, and we were sitting there, and a buddy of he was messaging us, and we told him we were at the venue. We are just kind of camping out, waiting. He's like, "Oh, hold on, you guys gonna be there for a while?" We're like, "Yeah." Well, next thing you know, he rolls up because he's a pizza delivery guy, and he rolls up with pizzas and delivers it to our van. So that was kind of cool. That's good. That's a good story. I like that
A
one.
lot of stories involve food with us.
Yeah.
We're sober band, so like we drink a lot of coffee and Red Bull,
Mhm.
and we find really good food places.
That's all we do.
That's about it. We're pretty lame. We go hiking
Yeah.
on our off days.
We're wholesome.
Yeah, good old family affair over here.
Good to know, because I have a question that we're going to come back to later that involves food. So,
Perfect.
But before then, any scary road stories?
Okay. The most traumatizing for me was that my first time ever hitting black ice was driving a van and trailer in Montana in February. And on one side of me is a mountain, on the other side of me is the cliff to fall off the mountain. And luckily there was nobody else like passing by on the road because I was taking up the whole 2 lanes. And that was a scary time. I was crying. Frank
Yeah.
was mad at me, and then
I thought you were speeding. I
he was like, "How could you be speeding? It's winter." I was like, "I promise I wasn't speeding." The trailer just was like jackknifing, and I kept it as good as I can. And finally, we slowed down enough. Our drummer at the time got out and immediately slipped under the vehicle.
It was so.
And so once seeing that, he was just like, "Okay, maybe you weren't speeding." So it was like, no, I hit black ice, and it was very traumatizing for me. I don't drive anymore.
Yeah, I do all the driving. Yeah, the only other thing, as of recent, I was kind of scary is when we had our first blowout with our trailer tire, and that was a little nerve-wracking. But
or the one time that Frank actually flipped somebody off for being like right behind our trailer. We thought we were gonna die.
Yeah, I flipped this guy off in New Jersey because we're getting on.
At least you don't flip
I know.
anybody off.
I know we're getting on an on-ramp, and the guy's tailing me so close that I can't even see him behind the trailer. So before we're even on the interstate, the guy like flies around me, so I flick him off. And he pulls up in front of me and completely stops.
Yep, dead stop
In the middle of the highway. And like they are like all the cars are flying by.
Yeah, and I think it was like 30 seconds after he dead stopped, there was like a box truck that came down to the shoulder right next to us, flying
to avoid
past
hitting
us. So that was terrifying.
Yeah, I was waiting for the guy to get out because I don't know if he's got a gun. I don't know how like unhinged this guy is, So, I was ready to, like, if he opened the door, I was going to just drive right in. I'm like, just.
You weren't.
I said I was going. I told you I was.
Sitting there all like, grab the pepper spray, I guess.
We didn't even have it then. No, that I always say that. Like, that's exactly what I would have done. But, yeah.
Good times. See, in the moment it sucks, but, it always makes for a great story later on.
Absolutely.
It's like, wow, we actually experienced that. It was cool.
And then, sometime in the near future, that guy is going to watch this video somehow, and he's going to be like, "It was you."
I'll be like, "Yeah, it was."
Yeah. So you guys have played some shows and tours and festivals with some pretty cool bands. Who are some that you haven't yet that you would just absolutely love to?
Well, I think AC/DC is one that we can both agree, but may never happen. Who knows?
Yep.
That would be a big goal. But otherwise, Disturbed I've come to really, really want to play with.
Falling in Reverse is on my top list.
We played a festival with them, so technically we got it. We played the same day at the same festival. Right. So we got that one, but if we could play more shows with them, that would be cool. We've never played with it's a UK band. Little White Pony.
Cruel Intentions.
Cruel Intentions.
Yeah, from the UK. They're pretty cool.
And then Electric Callboy would be another one.
Yeah.
Really doesn't fit genre, but I want to. I don't care. I want to play with them. Taylor Swift is another one. Doesn't fit the genre, but
that'd be pretty cool.
Are you a Swiftie?
I am, and he is too. He's a
I've
secret
grown into a Swiftie. Yeah.
I got him a black and white Taylor Swift shirt. It was a Reputation era shirt, and it's the only one he'll wear because it's black and white.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, I think like I'm not really into country, so like her early stuff, not so much, but like 2010s, it's so fucking catchy that you just can't help it, like it just.
Yeah,
I know.
It's good. I love it.
I caught myself jamming out this morning to some T-Swizzle, and I was like, well,
I won that one.
Yeah.
All right, so 2025 tour with Taylor Swift. All right.
Yes, absolutely. Putting it out in the universe.
Let's put that in the universe.
All right. It is now spoken into existence.
It is.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a big jaunt from where we are to performing even like one song on the same stage that Taylor's at. So
it'll be fine.
Let's see. We'll get there. We'll figure it out.
So somehow we're gonna get you like viral on TikTok and just like it's just gonna happen,
Yeah, it's got it.
Yeah. Fun fact: our producer's studio is like. It's not kitty corner, but you can see her apartment
in Nashville
from our studio. And so I plan on making a large sign and just on our breaks, just stand out there and hope to God that she's home. Her mom might be home. She lives in the apartment underneath. So
from what we gather.
So I'll have two signs.
Yep.
Just a subtle little something,
Just, the first one will be like, I just want to say hi. Just acknowledge me. I saw her close her curtain once. That was cool.
That was kind of cool.
We're talking too much about Taylor Swift. We're a rock band. What are we doing?
I don't know. You're the one talking.
It's all good. So you've done some traveling now. You've done some tours. Where are the best tacos?
So Florida, St. Augustine.
Osprey tacos.
Yep, hands down, best damn tacos.
They're not traditional Mexican tacos. They're what's called Baja tacos. But they are so good. They're absolute best tacos in the United States.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to go to a midnight food truck in Mexico.
Yeah.
Best tacos.
Yep.
That's traditional.
Good answer. Yep. So that was the question I was going to ask. Do you have any festival goals? Because like that's kind of like the big. It's like the big thing is like like over in Europe they got like Download and like all the big crazy ones and Soundwave in Australia and all those kinds. So like what's the goal?
Oh, was it Rock AM Ring? Is that one?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, Rock. Yeah, that's the one I totally want to play.
Where's that one?
It's in Europe.
Yeah.
Okay, I have not heard of
Rock
that
AM.
One.
Yeah, it's a big one.
That's cool. I've heard of like Hellfest or whatever. That's in like Germany.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, there's that one.
I mean, honestly, like any festival here in the States would be cool. Rocklahoma.
Yeah, Rocklahoma Louder Than Life, I think is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Kentucky. That would be fun.
Yeah. Welcome to Rockville.
Yeah.
Any one of those would be good, but UK high goals.
High goals.
High goals. Overseas festival would be great.
Well, what's the furthest away that you've been so far?
And as a band, Canada, I would say.
Yeah.
Would be like, I mean, we've played like for us, we're in Wisconsin, so San Diego, California is technically the farthest we've been away. But when it comes to country, I guess
Yeah.
we've escaped the States to go to Canada
Once.
for a festival one time.
Yeah, but in July we'll be going over to the UK, so that will be the furthest that we've ever been.
Yeah, we're crossing the waters.
Yeah, that's awesome. So after you're gonna put out a new single in the fall.
Mhm.
You're gonna work on a new album next year, or EP, or something.
Mhm.
What are the most reasonable expectations that you can have 2025 onward?
2025 onward, well, I would say doing either like a European tour or Australian tour, kind of doing something out of the country more often, would definitely be obtainable goals that we're probably capable of doing.
There's already talk of South America.
Oh, yeah.
Chile,
Brazil, Argentina.
I think that's, yeah, one of them. But yeah, so there's talk about that. Probably more co-headlining tours. I would like to see. I think doing a co-headlining tour with like Ava Under Fire or Kaleido, one of those bands I think would be.
Or Plush would be.
Or Plush, a full tour with Plush would be sweet. But yeah, I think co-headlining or just grouped with a good package, I think would be sweet.
Yeah.
Fantastic. all very reasonable things, and things that I think will happen for sure.
Good. I hope so too.
I think you guys have already had quite an experience so far, for being a young band and being able to, again, tour and play with who you have. And, look, you already got a bus, like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's good things. So to the fans that have been with you from the beginning, the fans that you've gained along the way, and the people who have yet to hear you but will become a fan in the future, what do you say to them?
Well, forever thank you, because we
you.
can only do all of the chaos that we are doing because of our fans. If there's no fans, there's no one to go out and tour to. There's no one to come out and support us, to keep us going. So absolutely thank all of you for keeping this train rolling.
All right. I love it. Guys, I want to thank you for giving me your time, and I appreciate you. And I look forward to hope to catch you guys in the near future. I'm down here in Pensacola, Florida. I just moved here November from Vegas, and
oh wow,
a little bit of a change, but
yeah,
okay.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, we do have plans on going there in September, so hopefully we can make it happen.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us, man. Appreciate it.
Look forward to it. Thank you guys, and you take care, and look forward to everything that you do.
Well, thank you so much.
You take care too, brother.
All right, guys.